Konnichiwa. There is some cool stuff to talk about today, thanks to one of the Rated R Cars fan for this video idea. Specifically, some are having a bit of sticker shock from the recently released base pricing of the 2023 Corvette Z06 starting at $106,000. Looking across the options here, the 2LZ Coupe starts at $116,000, and my choice, the 3LZ Coupe, starts off at $120,000 minus fees, taxes, and markup. Oh, and there will be markup, sons. There will be markup. But keep in mind, my mouth-watering friends, I mean, you are not mouth-watering. I mean, you may be mouth-watering, but not to me, because I'm a dude. I don't think other dudes are mouth-watering. What I mean to say is we all have our mouths watering at the new Z06. Ugh, oh my word, you freaking perverts. Freaking perverts. Can I just get on with the video? Now, speaking of watering, many of our eyes are watering at the Z06 price point, but keep in mind, the new Z06 puts the C8 firmly into supercar territory for a fraction of the price of a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. Even the 3LZ convertible price of $129,000. Compare that $106,000 starting price to the cheapest Ferrari you can find, the Roma, which is more than double the price, starting at $227,000, and at 612 horsepower, it has nearly 60 less ponies than the Z06. And I go out on a limb to say the Z06 will have better all-around performance as well. But let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Who wants to talk about Ferraris and Lambos with inflation blowing up like the Hindenburg? What? Too soon? Who has $227,000 laying around, and why would you drop that on a poor man's Ferrari when you could get a 3LZ Z06 Coupe for nearly half the price? Yet still, did I mention gas prices and the cost of groceries and the cost of living in general is already burning up everyone's disposable income? And some of us are living paycheck to paycheck, and I still can't figure out why. Anyway, with all these triple-digit price points, some enthusiasts are looking to the lower-cost GT350, or if they can stretch it, the GT500 to get their track fix. And in this video, we'll discuss why I recommend picking up a pre-owned GT350 if you track your car, or a GT500 if you can find one reasonable enough, or even a good old Mustang GT with performance package and a power adder instead of the Z06, and I promise you just an exhilarating driving experience as the Z06. Let's do work. The 2023 Z06, look at it in all its splendor. One of the best looking cars of all time. It has a naturally aspirated 5.5 liter V8 with a flat plane crankshaft, lassoing 670 horses and whipping them with 460 pound-feet of torque. And with its Tremec 8-speed DCT that's dual clutch transmission coupled with magnetic selectable ride control, it gets up and goes. Especially at 3,400 pounds sober. It's a truly awesome car for the price. Yes, even at six figures, it's a solid bargain.
Did I mention it has 670 horsepower?
Yet, it doesn't reverse the Earth's rotation like the Shelby GT500 does with its gargantuan 760 horsepower and monstrous 625 pound-feet of torque. Not even close. That's if you can keep that power to the ground, which is hard to do. But that's part of the fun with a raw muscle car experience. And before you behead me, I know it's more of a sports car or a pony car, but to me, the GT500 is all things awesome and does all things awesomely. Because despite this power and being nearly 4,200 pounds, the GT500 can shred track. And I mean the road course with the best of them. It's a work of engineering perfection. And by the way, that's after slaying the quarter mile at 10.28 seconds stock. And it does all that while looking extremely handsome, extremely dapper, as one of the best looking cars of all time in my humble opinion. Unfortunately with markup though, you're likely to pay around $100,000 or more for a new or even used GT500. So if you can't afford that, but you still want to dominate everyone at the local NASA track day or professional racing, and you don't have a Miata, I present you with a lighter Shelby GT350 with 526 horsepower and 429 pound-feet of torque and weighing in at a lighter but muscular 3,760 pounds. But feeling like it weighs nothing flying around corners on the track, believe me, I've experienced it. The GT350 will give you the most bang for your buck, hands down. And with its screaming flat plane crank voodoo engine and endless grip, I guarantee you exhilaration. You already know what the car can do. It commands respect because it literally defies physics around corners. Having had a GT350, it's not explosive off the line. It's not a drag race car, but with an E85 race tune, which I did to mine. The car is a veritable beast, even in a straight line. We're talking approaching supercar performance for a fraction of the price. And I said approaching, so don't murder me. Put your E-peen away. I said E-peen. Put your E-peen away. We're all friends here. Now you can find a used GT350 for a lower price than the other two cars. Yes, even with the crazy high prices right now. But you'll still pay much less than the other two. And for 99% of the population, the GT350 has more ability than you do, so there's plenty of room for you to grow. And you don't have to sell your house if you wreck the car getting there. A kidney, yes, the Voodoo engine is not cheap, but I digress. The only caveat is I would try to get a new 2019 or newer model, or an older one with a replaced engine with the 2019 engine, which was enhanced for longevity. I even heard it internally from a Ford engineer.
It's made to handle some boost.
In addition to also being one of the most gorgeous cars ever made and having an exotic sounding stock exhaust that will literally turn everyone's head, you can take your GT350 to the grocery store in comfort and style, and not worry about peeling off your undercarriage over speed bumps, as long as you drive over them horizontally and slowly. Plus, with the right driver mod, the 350 would murder the Z06 on track. Now, before you rage, I said with the right driver mod. With two driver mods, would the Z06 beat the 350 on the track? Of course it would. It's lighter and more powerful, but then you're at near professional driver levels to be able to handle that much power and performance anyway. I know a GT350 owner who eats Corvettes on track. Do you even have those skills and balls? I don't, yet, but the GT350 will help you get there. The car instills such confidence, it will even save you if you make some minor mistakes in the corners. It's that good. Alright, and lastly, if you want top-notch performance, but you don't want to shell out $30,000 if you burn up that Voodoo engine, I'd recommend going with a Mustang GT with Performance Package Level 2 and throwing in a middleweight power adder like a supercharger. Then you can have fun at both the drag strip and the road course and get respect on either. I had the Performance Package Level 1 on my 2018 Mustang GT, and it was tight. The car cornered with the best of them, not flawlessly like the GT350 does, but I do hear the Performance Package Level 2 is nearly that good. And if you blow an engine, it's only $5,000 and you know you wanted a new build anyway that can handle the next level of mods you're already planning on doing to the car, and you know you are. In terms of pricing, there are plenty of Mustang GTs out there, new and used, to be had for a good price if you're patient and keep a keen eye open. And it's one of the most moddable cars there are, so you can make it your own without breaking your bank. Now, if I could have either a GT500 or a Z06 for free, which would I choose? That depends. If it's my second car, the Z06 for sure. It's literally a supercar, and my daily driver would be a Mustang. But if I could only have one car, I'd get the GT500 over the Z06. It can do everything, has more power than I could ever use, looks and sounds scrumptious AF, and is a Mustang, boys. A Mustang. Of course, if you have an extra $130,000 for the base model with some upgrades out the door, and there's zero markup, be my guest and get the Z06. It's an awesome car for the price, and I'd get it too. Hey, maybe if you subscribe, hit the like, share, yada yada, you can help us beat that YouTube algorithm, and I can afford to add a Z06 to the stable someday. Please do so, and in the meantime, always remember the motto, always be kinder than necessary, and I will see you in the next one. And remember, I love you very much.